Y'all, it is time to start thinking about fall retreat. Fall retreat is going to happen this year. It's going to happen this year, and it is going to be November 12th through the 14th. We've got a brand new location for fall retreat this year, and you're going to have to watch all the way to the end of the video to find out where it is. This is the time whenever we get our students together and summer's over and we're starting to wrap up fall sports and they've been in school for a little while, and we get to kind of recenter, refocus, think about what did God start during the summer and how do we see those things play out. Our students get to spend time with each other now that they've been in their life groups for a little bit, and like have fun and build those relationships and have all the like jokes that get them through the next difficult thing we're going to have them talk about on Sunday mornings. So I know I'm excited. I know people at my house are excited for fall retreat. But like we said, this is my first retreat as a student minister. So Chase, can you tell us a little bit about what your vision behind fall retreat has been for all these many years?
Yes, in these many years. I love fall retreat. Fall retreat is one of my very most favorite events that we do. And I think one of the reasons I love it so much is because we get to take an intentional weekend where we press pause on everything else going on in our life. We get away and we reflect on what God was doing in the lives of our ministry and in our individual lives during the summer. And then we get to take inventory of what might God be trying to do right now. How might God be speaking to us right now? How might he be moving amongst us right now? So at Fall Retreat this year, we're going to talk about what it means to be royals. Ephesians tells us that we are the chosen family of God. And when we understand that we are the chosen family of God, that we are a royal priesthood, then that changes our sense of belonging. When we understand our identity a little bit deeper, it changes our sense of purpose and what we're doing in the world. So we're going to spend the weekend hearing from a lot of different voices about what it means to be a part of the family of God and what it means to be chosen by God. So I can't wait for Fall Retreat this year with the content that we're going to talk about. I hope that your student leaves having had a really fun weekend and also with a renewed sense of belonging, a renewed sense of this is a group of people that I want to be with and enjoy spending time with. We recognize that this is the first time that we've done Fall Retreat since COVID began. So I'm sure you have plenty of questions about what it's going to look like this year. So we want to give you just a preview of what our COVID policy for Fall Retreat is going to look like.
All right, so anytime we're doing a big event like this right now, we still need to talk about the COVID.
The vid,
the Delta, the whatever we're on now. So here's where we're at. It wasn't realistic for us to create the same kind of bubble for the fall retreat that we did for summer camp. Realistically, many of our students are going to go to school on Friday, and then they're going to leave from school and they're going to come get on a bus and they're going to be with us. So the plan looks a little bit different than it did. Here's what we're asking everyone to do. We will need to have a current, up-to-date medical form for every student that goes with us. That's actually always been true. It's just really important for us to have that if we're traveling with your student. Then we're gonna also have people show us either proof of full vaccination or a negative COVID test taken within 7 days of leaving. That gives us time to get those results back, know that it's negative. So that's our first two.
And as far as masks go, masks are going to be optional at Fall Retreat. The biggest reason that we are doing this is because we want to be consistent the entire weekend. It is not realistic of us to ask students or adults to wear masks while they are sleeping or while they are eating, and we will be sleeping and eating within fairly close proximity to each other. So the CDC is still recommending that we wear masks while indoors. I plan on wearing a mask during worship times and during a lot of our indoor times. But we're not going to require them for the sake of consistency. And let's be honest, if you're a parent of a teenager, you know that students can see right through things that are inconsistent and don't make logical sense. So we're going to try to be as consistent as possible by making masks optional, because again, we're going to have spaces where masks are not realistic. But I'm hopeful, and I'm anticipating that there will be quite a number of us that are there wearing masks, especially while we're indoors. We understand that Fall Retreat this year is happening in the middle of a global pandemic. So if you have any questions or concerns about these COVID protocols, please reach out to us. Please send us an email. We would love to engage with you a little bit more about what this looks like for your family. So these are just the 2 or 3 points of our COVID protocol that we wanted to point out to you in this video. We have a more extensive protocol that is attached to this email if you were watching this through the email, and we're going to ask you to read through the COVID protocol while you are registering and click a box that says I have read it and consent to this policy.
Yeah. And one of the things that it's just, I don't know, important to say, I was thinking about it as a mom. We've made choices in our family throughout this past year, sometimes to participate, sometimes to not participate based on the needs of our family and what we've got going on at the time. And so parents, what we want to let you know is we want you to make the best decision for your family and for your kids and for what needs to happen. And so we're making policies, doing the best that we can for our group with the information that we have and trying to be realistic within that. But we understand that sometimes families need to make different decisions about events. We want to encourage you to make the best decisions possible for your family, your kids, and what your life looks like right now. So on to registration.
Let's do it. Registration for Fall Retreat opens on October 4th and will run through November 7th. We would love for you guys to sign up on Realm. And for cost this year, we're going to ask students to pay $130 for an all-inclusive Fall Retreat experience.
All-inclusive?
All-inclusive.
I have never been to an all-inclusive.
I've done one, and it was fun.
It's going to be at least like
that's
this.
true.
I mean, this will probably top it.
And if you're an adult who wants to come to Fall Retreat, we're going to ask that you pay $40. So that's the $40 is going to directly cover your food for the weekend and a t-shirt. And obviously you get the rest of the experience as well, but we're going to ask you to cover specifically your food and your t-shirt with a $40 charge. So if you're a trail guide who's coming, that's what we're going to ask you guys to pay. And if you are another adult, if you're a parent, who maybe you've never done a student ministry event before and you're thinking about coming to Fall Retreat, we would love to have you. If you've never done one of these before, we do build in a little bit of space. We purposely build in some separation between you and your student if you choose to come. So specifically, the times that will take place is in some of our spiritual formation life groups after some of our worship sessions. If you want to come be in the cabin with your student, if you want to come spend time with them, if you want to eat meals with them, if you want to do some of those things, we would love to have you. We believe that as parents, you are the best youth minister for your kid.
That's the philosophy in our house.
It's also what the science and statistics say.
Thank you.
So you're doing a great job.
Thank you so much.
So we would love to have you guys, adults, if you would like to join us, we're going to ask that you pay $40 again to cover your food and your t-shirt for the weekend.
Yes, and couple logistics things. Food at camp. What are we eating? We don't know because camp is during the summer, but at Fall Retreat, we know that it's catered. So if you have a student who has food allergies, specific food needs, we already know what the menu is going to be. You can reach out to Tatum, make plans with your student. You're always welcome to send whatever it is that they need. You can make plans for individual meals, but that information is available. Just email Tatum. She can send it to you. The other thing is medication at Fall Retreat. We have several students who have medications that they need to take throughout the weekend. The way that will work is please bring that medication in its original packaging. That is important. So please bring that in its original packaging. You can give that to Tatum whenever you drop your student off to leave for Fall Retreat. It will go with Tatum, and then we'll have specific times throughout the weekend where we do MedPass and make sure everybody has what they need.
We are so excited to see you guys at Fall Retreat. Again, you can sign up on Realm starting on October 4th. We hope that you will join us at Camp to Know Him.
To know him. I can't.